It's rolling. Okay, hello IBO, and to whom this may concern. Believe it or not, this is take 3. I really hope my video does not get deleted this time. Anyway, this is my video journal on Lavos, being the Lavos Secretary Executive Board Member, month of September. I have a few things to talk about on my performance over the month of September, and yeah, and some goals and achievements of this month and how do they relate to the learning outcomes that IBO wants me to do in CAS. So let us start. Where is my page? I have my little agenda of what I want to talk to you about here. Here you go. So first thing I put in my goals and achievements list for this month was the talk about the shirts. So let me show you. Well, I'll show you the shirt in a second. This month, well, before I start off with this month, let me give you the theme of what was last month. Last month was organizing the club and getting it all ready and getting some good components in, so right when we start off strong. September was the month we start off, and it went well. It went well. The preparation we did for August worked out good. And one of the first things we did for September was order the shirts. We asked the students that signed up for Lavos to put in a drawing on what do you think Lavos shirts should look like. We went through multiple drawings and sketches and ideas, and at the end we decided on this one. See, really hope you guys can see that from here. I don't know if it's too far or too close, but that's the shirt. By the way, the executives get a blue shirt, and the non-executives get a white shirt with blue letters. And yeah, so I feel pretty special. Okay, back to the shirt business. Choosing those shirts, the design for the shirts, was no easy task. Me and the other 3 executives were constantly arguing on which one was better. At the end of the day, we finally made a decision. We made like a little tournament on the shirts and which one's better, this one or this one, and this one or this one, and we chose that one at the end. It was good. I'm happy with the design. It took a while to choose for looking over all the designs and considering everything. It was like a good hour and a half, 2 hours after school just for picking a design. Then when I got home, I had to put in the design on the internet and fill out the order form. In the order form, I had to be careful because I needed to know exactly how many mediums did we sign up for, how many smalls and how many larges and extra larges. It's a pretty simple task because I just got to look at each student's form and click off M, click off L, click off S, XL. Simple task, but it can be easy to mess up because I don't want to be the reason why some kid has a large shirt when he has a small, or a small shirt when he's obviously a large. So, easy task, but easy to mess up, and I don't want that mess up to come back to me and people to blame me for it. Yeah, so yes, I had to do the order form. I couldn't finalize it because I'm not in charge of the money. Only our representative, our teacher representative, Miss Mendoza, is in charge of that. So I sent her the order form. She quickly skimmed over it and placed the order. The orders came, I want to say, middle of September. Every shirt was accounted for. We were missing one small. we got it back the like 3 days later, which was it wasn't that big of a deal because not everyone showed up for the. Well, I'll get up to that. Let me continue. So after we got our shirts, we spent a good. This is only the executives. We spent a good, I guess, 2 hours and a half after school arranging each shirt by grade and by size, and counting the shirts over and over to count them that they were right, and checking off exactly that each person got their size they wanted when they came. So that was a big time spent. And the following day for Lavos, we had to do the actual shirt distribution, which dealt with giving the shirts to them. Since the prior day, we organized them very efficiently. It was pretty good. It went well because all we had to do was ask for your name and grade. We would have a sheet. We would highlight their name. We would give them their shirt. Then we would go to the next person. It was fairly efficient, and it was all done pretty well. Yeah. And those are all the shirt business for this time. Another thing we had to do is that I had to focus on, well, was keeping the members interested in the group. On the meeting of the shirt meeting, we only had 80 people come out of the, I think it's 140, 150 students we have this year. I guess that's expected for any club to only have like 2/3 of the people show up, but we want more. We are a big club and we want everyone to be involved. Yeah. And we just want everyone to be involved. So we gotta think of fun activities to do. If we think that where time is, what can we keep the club interesting so people can come? So what we do is we came up for a few things for the following time. We're gonna have a little dance, and we planned it in September, but it's gonna be done in October. Our masquerade dance. We're gonna have a cool little masquerade dance where you have to bring a mask and you have to look fancy. And we're hoping to have fun. And with that, I think that'll get kids more into Lavos and they'll go to everything. And more reasons to go to Lavos was when we focused on each club individually. For the sports club, we decided that they should have a sub club of bowling. Every time they would meet at the bowling alley once every 2 weeks, and they have their own little bowling day, and it's pretty good. A few students went. The art club, they advertised that you can paint your own chair and then sell it at the art festival, and all money goes to Relay for Life, and that's pretty good. And community service, we expanded our service area. Now we volunteer with Peach Tea Corners and Peachtree Elementary, and we're now helping volunteer with the Interact Club. And yeah, it's all going really good now. Cupcakes. So the cupcake sale has now is now being a big thing. We started it off last month, and it went well. It went really well because it sold well. But this month, when we did it again, it went even better. We were more efficient. We were each assigned a specific role. We were all told to bring a specific ingredient, and we all had our own stations. We divided the ingredients up, and everyone did their work, and the executives were able to produce a fair amount of supplies in a short period of time, and we were able to raise a lot of money. I think we made $150 profit, or 130 or 120. I don't remember, but we did good. But there were some notes I had to take on this one. I noted that back on August we didn't do barely any of our cookies sold. So this time we didn't do cookies. All we did was cupcakes and brownies. Cupcakes sold, but not as fast as brownies. Brownies sold so fast. So now what we do is we sell. Now what I want to plan to do for the month of October, when October rolls around, is focus more on the brownies. I think brownies is going to be our cash crop because it seems that students just love brownies. We're going to spend more of our decorating supplies on them and make them sell even faster than what they already sell. We were thinking about getting probably low-fat products. Maybe that'll sell. A lot of kids are worrying about their weight nowadays. So probably if we put low-fat, that'll attract more of probably even the teacher's attention. Yeah. So we'll see. Just bouncing ideas off the cupcakes. Yeah, and keep the scheduling organized. Now that the 3 sub-clubs started off, and Lavos, that means that Lavos started off, because Lavos is based off those 3 clubs. Scheduling was a hassle. Each club meets once at least every 2 weeks. At least. That means I have to schedule those clubs around, I guess there's 3 schedulings for a period of 10 days, because Monday through Friday and Monday through Friday. 2 weeks. Fridays, usually, we don't schedule because teachers have things to do after school and students have things to do after school. So they're usually not a lot of, we don't do close out Fridays after school. Wednesdays, teachers have Sacred Wednesdays, which is something at Norcross where teachers meet with other teachers and they talk about their plans. So no teachers means no supervisors, which means no clubs. So that really only gives us Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays to put in when we want the clubs. We can't put 2 clubs in the same day because that creates competition for each club, which just overall harms Lavos itself. So I gotta organize which day fits for what club. And that is a hassle because not all clubs wants to be in a specific day. And not all clubs fit in a specific day. Teachers have their own things to do too. And it's just something hard to manage. And let's not forget that I also have the executive meetings, which is at least once every 2 months. So gotta also fit that into the program. So scheduling, that is something that I gotta keep up with, but I am keeping up with. I feel like my scheduling skills have gotten better. I felt like I know there's a checklist. Well, there's no real checklist, but I guess I know what to check with, what all the variables I have to take into account for before I schedule something. So I guess my scheduling and data managing skills have improved with Lavos. Now, focusing on the main learning outcome ideas. Number 1, how did I increase awareness of my strengths and areas of growth? That goes back to my data managing. I feel like going through the shirts, looking on how much batter, how much eggs we needed for the cupcakes, how to schedule each club throughout the week. That has honestly really increased my awareness in Excel and Google Docs. I can catch, I guess, mistakes now easier, and I can go a little bit faster, and I know how things are supposed to look like, and I feel good. I feel like my skill has grown in that term. Planned and in planned and initiated activities. Those are what the executive meetings are all about. Just plan activities, and how are we gonna schedule them throughout the weeks. That is debating about it over and over again with the teachers and with the students and with the administrators. Oh, that is a toughie. But it's done. Working collaboratively with others. Oh, that was another thing that was hard. Working with the other 3 executives of the board is pretty hard because they all have their own opinions, especially since the other 3 members are females. They have a very strong head and very opinionated. I put my opinion out there, but they obviously feel like their opinion is more valuable. The last thing I want is to start a conflict, so I usually moderate everyone's opinion into one, and at the end of 2 hours a meeting, we come out to a final decision, and we decide on the topic. Perseverance and commitment. Yeah, buddy, this club is perseverance. Like I said, 2 to 3 times a week after school, and keeping up with all that data, pretty hard stuff. I don't know if I'm describing it well, but it's a lot of things to go through. It is very tiring. It asks a lot of me extracurricularly. So besides school, there's still a lot of things I gotta do. And yeah. So yes, I think I believe I've covered a lot of things that could prove my learning outcomes for the month of September. My bad. And so yes, I'm signing out. Oh, IBO. Goodbye.